TGIF, everyone. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. We're bringing it to you live, along with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Grant Hill. I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce joins us from the sidelines. And the Eastern Conference has been great to watch so far. Here's how things are shaking up midway through the season. You take a look at the home team. They've been outstanding halfway through this season, looking cohesive and playing for one another. And, of course, Milwaukee just need to keep fighting.
Well, I think for Milwaukee, sometimes it looks like they just want the season to end. I mean, it's been one struggle after another all year, and they're really not appearing to have any fun out there, too.
And when that happens, the talk is already about what's going to change in the offseason. And the way things have gone, there's going to be plenty of that.
And the Milwaukee starting five. Lillard and Trent Jr. are the guards. Giannis Antetokounmpo is out there with Kyle Kuzma. And it's Sims in at the five. We've got Fred VanVleet. He's out there with Miller. Alex Caruso is out there with Ben Simmons. And it's Bird in at the power forward spot. About halfway through the year now, Doris, some teams that started off well have run into trouble.
Brian, doesn't it almost feel like in inevitability that over the course of such a long season, adversity is bound to set in? And sometimes it takes many forms. Sometimes it's as simple as an injury. Sometimes you've had a tough stretch of games, maybe 4 of 5, you know, on the road against tough competition, and then you get your confidence shaken a little bit. This is the beauty of the league. Winning is hard.
Now here's VanVleet. And it's Bird missing. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thanks. I caught up with the home team's head coach. We discussed the elephant in the room, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Coach said we'll look to build the wall as best we can, but Giannis gets better at beating it every year. All I'm really asking from my guys is their best effort against him. These are reasonable expectations from a coach for his squad.
Okay, thanks, Allie. Now here's VanVleet. Shot clock at 5.
Well, strength and savvy make Fred VanVleet a tough guy to deal with inside. Gets the contact.
First trip to the line for him here.
For your home team, Fred VanVleet taking 2 shots.
First one falls for him. Well, Grant, from roster to coaching changes, the Bucks have been trying to become an even more elite team.
Yeah, teams are always tinkering now these days, B.A. The Bucks know they are a high-level team, but they want to dominate the competition on another level.
Both free throws good from VanVleet.
Productive trip to the line. He doesn't like to leave points on the table.
Lillard passes to Sims. Antetokounmpo with it. Lillard looking around. Trent against VanVleet. Kuzma for 3. Kicks it out to Antetokounmpo. Drops in the 3.
And some fans wince when he takes them, but Giannis can and will hit the occasional three-point shot.
And here's VanVleet. Last game for him, he picked up 13. Miller outside, uncovered. And a great assist by VanVleet as that one goes. Miller's got 5 now. Trent outside. And he's going for the lob. And it's stolen by VanVleet. Pass to Bird. There's the triple. Can't get it to go, making him 0 for 2. The Bucks have gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. Trent with room to shoot. And he buries that one. Back rim and in.
No hesitation whatsoever from Trent Jr. His mind is always thinking shot.
Lillard against VanVleet. Here's Bird. Pass to Caruso. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Bird. We saw him go on a scoring rampage last game. He was unstoppable. Lillard against Miller. And that one's good. Lillard. And it's all knotted up.
Come on, man. Did you see? I mean, just using his strong frame to absorb the contact and still able to finish. Wow.
Now here's Van Vliet. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Pass to Bird. And he's now 1 for 4 after that one.
There you go. Not the best start, but maybe that's the shot that gets him in rhythm.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. On the wing, Kuzma. He's guarded by Caruso. It's Kuzma with the miss.
All alone from mid-range. You got to think he's kicking himself.
And there's Caruso. That one's good on the assist from Van Vliet.
Well, you love the unselfishness of Fred Van Vliet. This guy is so good recognizing when his teammates are open.
Pass to Lillard. A step back shot. It's good.
He's known for the long ball, but Lillard every bit as effective in the mid-range.
Van Vliet with it. Miller outside. Kuzma with the defensive effort. The Bucks have gone 4 of 8 and looking in control. And stolen by Simmons. And here they come. He's all alone. And it's Simmons with the jam.
Oh, my goodness. Ben Simmons takes defense into offense. He's a one-man band right now.
Bucks trail by 4. Lillard outside. Kuzma outside. From outside, off the mark. Gone 5 of 9 from the floor. Simmons, the pass to Van Vliet. Miller on the wing. Releases. Rebound, Milwaukee.
Listen, offensively, they're very comfortable with him taking that shot. It's a good look under very little pressure. He just can't convert.
Now here's Trent. Last game for him, he had 14. Stolen by Van Vliet. Here's Simmons. And it's Simmons with the jam.
This close to the rim, Ben Simmons just leaves no doubt.
Milwaukee's gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Doris, we know how big fashion is in today's NBA. Perhaps no one showcases this more than Kyle Kuzma.
And you can tell, B.A., Kuz definitely has some fun with some of the outfit choices. He does not mind causing a stir on social media, and he does not mind pushing boundaries.
Here's Van Vliet. After the basket by Milwaukee on the other end. Here's Bird. And a great assist by Van Vliet as that one goes. Bird's got 5.
Well, Freddie Van Vliet runs an offense the way it's supposed to be run. Pretty pass there.
Pass to Trent. Here's Lillard. On the wing, Kuzma. He's guarded by Caruso. Kuzma, that's good. Now Van Vliet. Here's Bird. Outside Simmons. Pass to Bird. Fires for 3. Caruso outside. Knocks it down from distance. Caruso's gotten his second bucket.
Oh, it's just raining threes for them early.
And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for Milwaukee. 8-point game. Last time they met in Milwaukee.
And last time against this squad, they struggled to make free throws.
Here's Sims. Antetokounmpo looking it over. A deep 3. And it's Bird with a rebound. Gone 3 for 5 from deep so far in this matchup. Miller on the wing. Good on the shot. Miller's got his third bucket of the night.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
And we're getting connected right now with Shams Charania. A special report out of San Antonio. Shams, what's the latest with the Spurs?
Thanks, Brian. They made a shrewd move picking up the ever-professional Tobias Harris. Every team wants three things: shooting, length, and experience, and Harris brings you all three. They want Tobias on this team in a veteran role as well to help out the younger guys on this team, and what better professional to bring in.
Always great to hear from you, Shams. Thanks so much. Kuzma against Caruso. For three, here's Lillard. And it's Bird with a rebound. Bird's got 5 rebounds tonight. Van Vliet outside. Pass to Bird. Good. And Van Vliet gets the assist. Van Vliet's got 5 assists in the game.
High IQ of Fred Van Vliet is why he is so good in pick-and-roll action.
And Doc Rivers calls timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. And the Bucks will go for a different look here. Smith, he's checked in for Sims. Livingston comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Prince is checked in for Kuzma. And it's Porter Jr. in for Trent. Now here's Lillard. In his last outing, 10 points for him. He connects. And now he's 4 for 6 in today's game.
And credit his teammates for feeding him all quarter.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Damian Lillard last season becoming the 51st NBA player ever to cross the 20,000-point threshold and the 17th fastest to ever do it. He said it's a great accomplishment and a rare space to be in. I'm like, man, I might be able to get 27 or 28,000 if I can stay healthy. Ryan, I wouldn't put it past him.
Yeah, me either. Thanks, Allie. Prince can't hit. Gone 4 of 6 from deep to start this game. Out left to the wing. From the arc. And it's Bird missing.
Well, when you've been struggling as he has, you love that your teammates have really stepped up and taken the challenge.
Porter's shot is off. Shooting a terrific 58% to start the game. Excellent numbers. Three-pointer, Van Vliet. The rebound by Livingston. The Bucks trail by 10. And the Bucks pushing it up now. And he gets it to go off the front iron.
Entering the league, Porter Jr. was a scoring guard type, but he's morphed into more of a ball handler. Very impressive.
Pass to Bird. Puts up a 3. It's not going to go for him.
Boy, with his shot not falling right now, it might be time to look in a different direction. See if you can get your teammates started.
Prince, a screen on Van Vliet. Here's Prince. Lets it go from deep. It's rebounded by Wagner.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
A minute 20 left in the first quarter here. Bird, that's good.
And this defense needs to turn the screws and ramp up the intensity. They're looking a little loose out there right now.
Outside Porter. And he makes it on the layup.
Nice job by Porter Jr. attacking the interior, going after a close-range shot.
And here's Van Vliet. To the left wing. Pass to Bird. Lillard against Van Vliet. And it's good. 2 points.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Lillard fires away from way outside. Wasted no time with that shot, but it's off the mark. Van Vliet scanning the floor. Down low. Here's Bird. The rebound by the Bucks.
Everything right except the finish. Have to keep focused all the way through the play.
Lillard passes to Smith. Here's Livingston. Here's Prince. And he comes up with a bucket.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
The floater. That one doesn't drop. And we've reached the end of the first quarter. They're up by 8. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Well, it seems like they went in looking to do damage from long range, and they faced little resistance.
And that was obviously the plan coming in. Now the big question, can they maintain that efficiency from range as the game goes along?
On the court for Milwaukee here in the second. They've got Kevin Porter, Green out there with Giannis Antetokounmpo. Then there's Prince, and it's Rollins in at the point.
Yeah, one of the most efficient inside scorers. Giannis just can't be stopped.
Here's Pippen. The Bucks getting their last shot to go. Pass to Christie. Wagner with a screen on Porter. Shot clock at 6. Christie passes to Pippen. Fires it in the triple. Pippen's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Rollins. Here's Prince. The 3. It's rebounded by Wagner.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
Dosumu, the pass to Nance. Dosumu outside. Pass to Pippen. To the inside. Wagner. He hits it just before the shot clock expires.
Now that's a great possession. You set Wagner up down low and let him go to work.
Second quarter here, just over a minute and a half played, and it's Green missing. Gone 5 of 10 from beyond the three-point line in this game. Christie passes to Dosumu. Here's Green. The shot misses. Nice D from Wagner. To the middle. Here's Nance. And Nance with the slam.
So explosive, so creative in the air. Nicely done, Larry Nance Jr.
Oh, doing damage above the rim. That was our AT&T 5G slam cam. Here's Rollins. In his last outing, 16 points for him. Here's Antetokounmpo. His 4th make in 5 tries. Solid start for him.
Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
Well, Grant, they say early in Giannis's career, he had to work not just on his game, but his attitude.
And that's true, B.A. It wasn't a bad attitude. He just lacked an edge. The ruthless mindset that all great players have. But, man, once he got that edge, he never lost it.
We talk often about Taurean Prince's range as a shooter. Let's talk about athletically the ability to get in transition and get easy opportunities. Nicely done.
Here's Pippen. Dosumu outside. The 15-footer. And yes, it goes. Got a little English on that one. Dosumu's got his first 2 points. And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, and this speaks to how strong Giannis is. Able to still convert despite the physical defense.
Well, Grant, with players getting bigger and more athletic, do you support moving the restricted area out?
Yeah, B.A., I would. We've seen a lot of injuries when defenders slide underneath elevated players on the drive. So cutting down that risk makes a lot of sense.
Sims, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Trent comes in for Rollins.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And Giannis will just about do anything the coaching staff asks. A true team player.
Here's Pippen. Wagner with a screen. Pippen, pass to Wagner. Up and over Porter. And it's Wagner missing.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
Now here's Porter. Not a lot of room. It's rebounded by Wagner. Wagner's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Christie. Nance outside. Pass to Pippen. Rebounded by the Bucks. They couldn't put the pieces together last time out, losing to the Clippers.
It was poor efficiency scoring the ball. They needed too many attempts to get their points.
I think it was a lot of bad decisions leading to a lot of poor looks. Patience was not their best quality in that basketball game.
Here's Dosumu, following the score by Milwaukee. Wagner with a screen on Porter. He takes it in. Count it. Pippen's got his second bucket on the night.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Clippers in Los Angeles.
Well, in addition to the scoring, he found ways to initiate contact from the defense and get himself to the line. The defense clearly frustrated trying to get a way to stop him.
Here's Dosumu. The Bucks getting their last shot to go. Pass to Wagner. Here's Pippen. Sends it home from three-point land. Pippen's got 8 here in this quarter.
Well, after a less than stellar start in the first quarter, you like to see that shot go down.
Alley-oop up top, hammer it home.
The pass, the catch, the slam. What a clean play.
Man, absolutely jaw-dropping. Here's Pippen. Give him 8. Wagner with a screen on Porter. Pippen, pass to Wagner. Knocked away. Porter with the steal. Pass to Sims. And he dunks it down.
Got to give him credit for jumping on the ball and making the most at the other end.
Boy, inexcusable at this point of the game. They got to be more composed in these moments.
Boy, in a tight game like this, that can change the whole tone. It helps your opponent get into a little bit of a rhythm.
The home team calls timeout. So both teams making some changes here. And while we have a moment, let's see some of the contenders for this year's three-point contest. Some of the players who have a shot to make the final cut.
Hey, not a bad list of shooters at all. And really, with how many threes we see in NBA games these days, some of these games have become three-point contests.
Well, you look at Lillard. He's right on the cusp of securing his spot in the three-point contest. So I hope those votes keep pouring in because he's a guy you'd love to see in the mix.
Yeah, if he can make it in the door, you know he will do everything he can to win the whole thing. And it'll be a lot of fun to watch.
And we'll keep you posted as we get closer to All-Star Weekend. But that's our current list for the three-point contest.
It's going to be a fantastic competition. We've got an endless supply of shooters in this league, and that contest will be heated.
Now here's Van Vliet. Pass to Bird. The 3 is up. Ball stolen. And the Bucks pushing it up now. Here's Lillard. Lillard flying in for the finish.
On the fast break, Lillard's quickness makes him almost unstoppable, just beating the D up the floor.
Here's Van Vliet. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
This is his second trip to the line in the game. Porter Jr., he's checked in for the Bucks. That free throw good from Van Vliet.
I don't know how you cannot love Fred Van Vliet. This guy brings toughness. He's fearless in the clutch. He competes on the defensive end, and his IQ is as good as it gets.
Now here's Trent. He's got 5. And it's Bird with a rebound. Simmons, the pass to Caruso. It's good. And a beautiful setup from Simmons that time. Caruso's got 8 points.
And this has been the story for them so far. They've been lights out from range, particularly in this quarter.
And a timeout called here by Doc Rivers. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. The Bucks making a switch here. Green is checked in. And checking out some numbers for him.
And he's had a rough past 5 games. He's had trouble finding his offensive rhythm and just hasn't been as effective as he'd like to be on that end. But this is something all players go through, and I'm sure he'll fight his way back.
The Bucks trail by 6. Outside Porter. Kuzma up top. All sorts of time. Caruso grabs the board. Gone 7 of 13 from downtown so far in this game. Here's Miller. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. A different look for Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo comes in for Green, and it's Rollins in for Damian Lillard.
Yeah, with the size and versatility Miller brings to the table, he's a tough cover for just about anyone.
Milwaukee has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Outside Porter. Oh, there's the alley. It's a one-on-one situation. Here's Simmons. Uneasy, too, on the layup. He's got 6.
The best way to get a clean look is with those quick hitters on the break.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
Here's Rollins. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Back to Antetokounmpo. Pass to Rollins. 5 on the clock. Kuzma, left side. To end the run. That one's good. Sims.
Yeah, Kyle Kuzma, we think of him as a scorer, but that was a tough target to miss. Wide open.
Van Vliet with it. 7 points in the game. Here's Bird. Looking to get it going. The rebound by the Bucks. Antetokounmpo with it. Van Vliet covering. Oh, and Giannis hammers it in.
And the game plan for them should be simple. Keep getting it to Giannis. The Greek freak is on fire.
Bird passes to Caruso. Miller outside from behind the arc. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Bucks trail by 7. Pass to Sims. Here's Rollins. Sims, the pass to Kuzma. Here's Antetokounmpo, guarded by Van Vliet. Outside for Porter. The 3. They get it back. Antetokounmpo outside. They had a number of cracks at it. Just came away empty-handed. Van Vliet, the pass to Bird. Miller on the wing. He's got 10. Here's Bird, defended by Kuzma. Pass to Caruso. Porter with the steal. Here's Antetokounmpo. Oh, the power move by Giannis.
Well, I'm telling you, this guy is doing everything he can to get them where they want to be. He's been on a mission in this period.
Miller outside. Here's Bird. To win the drought. Rebound, Milwaukee. Sims has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Antetokounmpo with it. He's picked up by Miller. The offensive rebound. The kick out to Kuzma. Takes the 3. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo. And that one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got his 4th assist in this one. Now Van Vliet. 7 points in the game. Pass to Simmons. Back to Van Vliet. Here's Caruso. Here's Simmons. Antetokounmpo with the block.
Giannis puts his touch on every aspect of the game. Big reach on display that time.
He nails it, and we're tied.
Beautiful setup on the alley-oop.
Great catch, great flush. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Van Vliet outside. Here's Bird. Rebounded by Kuzma. Kuzma's got 4 rebounds in the game.
Boy, the wheels have definitely fallen off in this quarter. He cannot buy one.
2 on the clock. And the Bucks getting another bucket right there.
And he can get that shot anytime. He really can shoot over almost anyone.
You want that mid-range game in your arsenal. You can't just be about threes and dunks. Sometimes this is a key shot.
Giannis Antetokounmpo has been on display for Milwaukee. Oh, what a quarter. He was absolutely on fire offensively. Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with Doc Rivers. And, Coach, you guys came out aggressive in the first half. What stood out to you?
You know, we're getting to the paint and making plays. They're a great team as far as rotation, so we just got to make the right passes.
It all starts with attacking the basket. Thanks, Doc.
Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be back right after the break for the third quarter here on 2K Sports.
Thanks for joining us. We've got the Milwaukee Bucks in a tight ball game at the end of the half.
I know my partner here appreciates the brute force, especially on the glass, right, Shaq? And they're in a good spot because of it.
They've shown great toughness, and they've been very quick to the ball. And let's move to some... Glad you could join us. Brian Anderson and crew are ready to take it away for the start of the third quarter.
Second half of basketball. Ball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. It's been a clinic out there by Giannis Antetokounmpo.
The numbers say it all. He spent the first half playing efficient ball.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball team.
All right, let's get an update on Gary Trent Jr. What's his status, Allie?
Guys, I was able to talk with the head athletic trainer for the Bucks about his status. He said they're concerned this is a serious injury and it's going to keep him out of the rotation. And just like that, he's right back out there. That's some toughness. I'm sure you guys can appreciate that.
All we can hope for is that the prognosis isn't as bad as it seems, guys.
Yeah, we were hoping for much better news, and obviously not very encouraging.
No, I mean, this is a big blow, and it will force the team to make some adjustments, not just in terms of personnel in the court, but in terms of strategy.
They've got Larry Nance, Fred Van Vliet out there with Miller. Then there's Wagner, and it's Bird in at the 3. And from Milwaukee, Lillard and Trent Jr. are the guards. Kyle Kuzma out there with Giannis Antetokounmpo. And it's Sims in at the center position. Brandon Miller is out there with Fred Van Vliet. Then it's Larry Nance. Then there's Wagner, and it's Bird in at the 3. And from Milwaukee, Lillard and Trent Jr. are the guards. Giannis Antetokounmpo is out there with Kyle Kuzma. And it's Sims in at the 5. Gone 7 of 15 from distance in this game. Wagner for 3. Sinks the tray. Wagner's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, Mo Wagner, a legit threat from deep. This guy's so good at pulling the trigger when you give him an opportunity.
Back to Antetokounmpo. Stolen by Van Vliet. And they're on the run. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
And it's energy like that on both ends of the floor that's got them out ahead.
The Bucks trail by 3. Trent outside. Into the third. 2 minutes in now. Antetokounmpo for 3. Miller pulls it in.
Well, trying to find themselves in the second half here. Just 1 for 4 from the field. Can someone in the group get hot? Let's see.
Here's Sims. And that one's good with extra effort on the glass. Sims has got 10.
Second chance points are always painful. Have to make the effort to box out.
No doubt those extra possessions can really add up against you when you do not take care of the defensive glass.
And it's Bird missing. And so it's Antetokounmpo with it. He brings it up for the Bucks. They trail by 1. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Nets. It'll be a quick stopover at home before they have to get back out on the road. In close, Antetokounmpo delivers.
He's been a steady presence for them. Nice to have that kind of safety net at the offensive end.
Wagner with a screen on Lillard. Here's Van Vliet. That one drops for him. He's got 9.
This guy is competitively tough and will not back away from physical defense. Go ahead, Fred VanVleet.
You know, for a swingman, Trent has good size and is a sturdy, strong presence to us.
Oh, B.A., he sure is. He can make an impact on the defensive end with the attributes you just talked about. Not only can he be a stopper, though, let's remember, this guy can get hot as a shooter. You better look out. He can get on a heater.
Simmons is checked in for Nance. And now let's see the most efficient scoring teams around the league this season.
The basketball IQ this team possesses is special. They don't rush anything on the offensive end. They take their time and stay patient trying to find the best shot possible.
Kuzma against Wagner. Pass to Sims. All alone. And it's Bird with a rebound. Bird's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Simmons, the pass to Miller. The shot from the low post is good. Miller's got 4 points this quarter.
Yeah, a sign of things to come, hopefully. I mean, once Miller gets going, he is capable of dominating games.
Now here's Kuzma. He's got 5. Antetokounmpo outside over Simmons, and the Bucks miss again. Gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Here's Miller. Pass to Simmons. Now here's Van Vliet. Right wing. Here's Bird. And a great assist by Van Vliet as that one goes. Van Vliet's got assist number 8 now on the night. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, the Bucks creating an elite tandem last season, pairing Giannis with Damian Lillard, who said people wanted to just click right away, but when you put 2 guys together who have always had the ball in their hands, it's going to take time to learn how to play off of one another. It's about making sure we continue to grow. B.A.?
That's a good perspective, Allie. Thanks. Miller on the wing. Pass to Bird. Wagner, right side. Clock at 4. Here's Bird. 3-pointer off the mark. Bucks trail by 6. Here's Antetokounmpo. Out to Lillard. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Miller. Lillard, nice form on the 20-footer. Lillard's got 13.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Now here's Miller. 14 points for him. The kick out to Van Vliet. Here's the teardrop. Rebound, Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo has got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Trent outside. Inside. Here's Kuzma. Count the bucket. Coming off a perfectly placed pass. He has 7.
You can see that Kyle Kuzma has the kind of size and length and creativity to score on the interior.
Here's Bird. Wagner with a screen on Antetokounmpo. Bird passes to Wagner. Van Vliet outside. Over Lillard. And there's Van Vliet on the assist by Wagner. Van Vliet's got 4 points now in the quarter.
What a delivery from Fred VanVleet. Keeps his composure despite only having moments moments to get that shot off.
Lillard outside. The layup misses. Gotten 7 of 12 shots to drop in the third. Trent against Van Vliet. Miller outside. The rebound by the Bucks.
All by himself, trying to step up. He's got to be frustrated with the miss.
Poke loose. Van Vliet with it. And it's Kuzma picking him up. Here's Miller. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
At this point, Brandon Miller is getting whatever he wants on the offensive end. Defense better step up.
Antetokounmpo, the pass to Kuzma. Down low. Here's Lillard. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. It's on Brandon Miller. Well, Grant, there are few players in the league who can attack a defense from the logo, but Lillard is one of them.
Yeah, and he makes it look so easy. You have to pick him up at the half-court line, and it's been that way for about a decade.
Porter Jr., he's checked in for Kuzma. And both free throws good for Lillard.
It's amazing to come to the arena every night just to see what Lillard's going to do.
Van Vliet outside. Nance left side. Now here's Porter. An important role in this offense, averaging around 12.5 per game. Here's Bird. Giannis with the rebound. Antetokounmpo has got rebound number 11. Here's Lillard. Going inside. Lillard for 2.
Inside, Lillard can deliver. He's a skilled finisher.
Pass to Bird. Looking to get back on track. And Nance with the slam.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is. Now here's Lillard. He's got 17. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. Larry Nance picks one up.
Yeah, inside Lillard is just so scrappy, turning aggressive defense into a foul while shooting.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far. And he drops the first. Smith, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Prince comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. And so he hits both.
He's forcing the action now, finally getting to the charity stripe after no freebies in the first half.
And here's Caruso. Give him 8. Dosunmu outside. Out to the right wing. Caruso outside. Clock is at 3. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. Trent, the pass to Lillard for the tie. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Lillard's got 10 points now, just in this quarter. Nance outside. Pass to Pippen. Back to Nance. Here's Pippen. And there's the drive. Nice shot by Christie. Lillard with the ball. Outside Porter for the lead. That shot missing. Gotten 2 of 4 threes to fall here in this third quarter. Here's Nance. And he converts the layup. Nance has got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
Yeah, showing a little versatility with their offensive attack. In the first half, it was about the 3-ball. In the second half, they've emphasized interior scoring.
Trent from long range. Rebounded by Pippen. Shooting has been great at 58% in the third. Caruso outside. Porter pulls it in. Bucks trail by 4. Here's Lillard. There's the drive. And the dunk by Lillard.
The defense gets cut to shreds by Lillard on the drive. He's just so quick and agile.
A minute 15 left in the third quarter. Dosunmu for 3. He drops it from range. Dosunmu's got 5 points.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor. And
guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Now here's Trent. He's got 5. And that one drops.
Gary Trent Jr. is a legit 3-level scorer. If you concede the mid-range, he's more than willing to take it.
Dosunmu outside. Pass to Pippen. Caruso against Lillard. Caruso misses. The Bucks trail by 3. 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Porter. Nance pulls down the board.
Now, I'll tell you, they're going to need more from this guy if they're going to cut into this deficit.
Lillard against Caruso. Pass to Dosunmu. Here's Pippen. Here's Christie. We're at the end of the third quarter, and we've still got a close one. Up by 3. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assistant. To the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. They've got Mo Wagner. Isaac Okoro is out there with Larry Nance. Then it's Alex Caruso, and it's Christie in at the 2 spot. They set the screen. Here's Antetokounmpo. Christie with a rebound.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
I think expect them to go back to it because that's the kind of shot this offense is designed to generate.
Now here's Caruso. Pass to Christie. Lets it fly. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Christie's got 5 points now in the quarter. And so Porter will bring it up for Milwaukee. 8-point game. Here's Rollins. Fourth quarter still young. Just over a minute played. Green against Nance. It's Prince on the wing. Porter from outside. Nance pulls down the board. Nance has got 4 rebounds now. Caruso, the pass to Wagner.
Hard for Wagner to avoid the contact. His shooting ability is going to have defenders reacting to him.
Team foul. At the line for 2, Moritz Wagner.
First free throw is good. Van Vliet's checked in for Caruso. And both free throws good for Wagner.
Well, what we know about Mo Wagner is that he has consistently grown over the course of his NBA career. This guy has versatility as a scorer. He has tremendous energy that he brings nightly, and he wants to get better.
Ooh, bouncy. That should give him a nice lift.
Good timing. They needed that one.
Well, sometimes it's about taking it into your own hands. That kind of individual play could spark his groove.
Nice shot by Christie. Christie's got 9 points here in the second half.
And since just been on another level.
I got to believe that's something the coach talked to them about at the halftime. They have valued each possession.
Pass to Green. Over Nance. And it's Green missing.
Boy, he's definitely covered well there. And hey, we know he can knock down the fadeaway shot. Just didn't fall there.
And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
Max Christie. 2 shots.
That one's off. Gary Trent Jr., he's checked in for Milwaukee. And he sinks the second. Bucks trail by 11. A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Oh, Giannis picking it out of the sky.
Throw it up to the rim and let Giannis hammer it home. Never a bad idea.
Pass to Christie. Okoro with the ball. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Van Vliet outside. Let's go with a 3. And that one falls. His 5th basket in 7 tries.
They've had a hard time shutting down the three-point shot.
Antetokounmpo outside. Oh, the strength of Giannis.
You know, they're really being bullied right now defensively. 8 of the last 10 points have come from inside.
Van Vliet outside. Wagner outside. Okoro on the wing. Pass to Nance. And Green comes to help. And stolen by Antetokounmpo. Porter from outside. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo. And that one goes in.
Yeah, incredible range. Porter Jr. can cash you in from distance. He certainly did there.
Now Van Vliet. Here's Christie. Wagner up top. Pass to Van Vliet. That's basket number 6 in 8 tries.
Yeah, this guy is cooking right now. Fred Van Vliet has found his rhythm, and the defense better step up here.
Porter the pass to Prince. Now Trent, guarded by Van Vliet. Outside for Green. Sinks it from distance. Green's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Gone 2 of 2 from outside so far in the fourth. The home team calls timeout. And the Bucks making a change here. Rollins is checked in. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. The head coach of the home team had some words for his team over the break. And despite the lead, they are still coaching this team hard. In the huddle, they told their guys to stay alert. Do not give them anything easy. They want to protect this late lead, BA.
And Allie, thanks.
And he's doing things on the glass tonight that we don't often see.
His production has been unbelievable, a testament to how much he cares about his craft.
And the upcoming schedule for Milwaukee. On Sunday, they'll kick off a homestand, starting with the Brooklyn Nets. And then on Tuesday, they'll be matching up against Donovan Mitchell and the Cleveland Cavaliers. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
They've been playing with much greater physicality this half. Getting themselves to the free throw line is a bust.
here's Van Vliet. Pass to Bird. Simmons with a screen on Antetokounmpo. Bird passes to Simmons. And close on the shot, even with the foul. Now 2 free throws.
Well, because of his size, when he's on the interior with the ball in his hands, Ben Simmons is a problem.
Taking 2 shots.
Free throw good, Simmons.
Boy, Ben Simmons, one of the most highly scrutinized players in the NBA, but I don't think you can doubt any of his defensive abilities. Cross-positional and big-time asset on that end.
Wagner's checked in for Caruso. Sims, he's checked in for the Bucks. Lillard comes in for Rollins. And both free throws good for Simmons. Bucks trail by 6. Antetokounmpo drives in. And it's Bird with a rebound. Bird's got the glass covered here tonight. That's 11 boards for him. Pass to Simmons. Miller outside. Fires the 3. Yes. And that's Simmons with the assist. Simmons has got his 3rd assist of the night.
Well, that's his 2nd 3 of the game. 1 in the first half, 1 here.
Now here's Lillard. Porter finds Antetokounmpo. The strong finish by Giannis.
Yeah, what a sweet move from Giannis. Just breaking down the defense there.
And here's Van Vliet. Pass to Bird. Pulls up, high post. Wagner, the pass to Miller. Here's Bird. Launches it. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. Sims has got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Lillard outside. This one for 3. Such a sweet stroke from Damian Lillard.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Gotten 3 threes to fall out of 4 attempts here in the 4th. Wagner outside. Pass to Simmons. Here's Bird. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. Bucks trail by 4. Trent on the wing. Guarded by Van Vliet. Antetokounmpo outside. No good with the triple.
Well, after hitting 1 triple in the first half, it's been all radio silence since.
Miller with it. Wagner outside. Here's Bird. Rebounded by Trent.
Boy, he cannot get anything to fall, but the teammates, boy, have they delivered.
Trent with a screen on Simmons. Antetokounmpo, the pass to Lillard. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo. And that one goes in. Antetokounmpo has got 8 assists in the game. Now Van Vliet. Pass to Miller. And he goes in for the dunk.
Oh, yes. 2 loud points from Miller, making his presence felt.
Bucks trail by 3. And Doc Rivers calls timeout. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan. You got to like what we're seeing from Brandon Miller.
Boy, much needed timeout. This guy's scoring at will, and they've had no answer.
Caruso, he's checked in for Wagner. And Milwaukee also making a switch. Kuzma's checked in. Here's Kuzma to the paint. The shot by Lillard, no good. Gotten 7 of 12 shots to drop in this 4th quarter. Here's Bird, defended by Lillard. Pass to Miller. And here's Caruso. Back to Van Vliet. 4 on the clock. Miller outside. Launches a 3. Rebound, Milwaukee. Sims has got 11 rebounds in the game. Lillard outside. Back to Kuzma. Doubled by Caruso. Antetokounmpo against Simmons. And he lobs it up top. And stolen by Simmons. And here comes the break. Here's Caruso. It counts. And the foul. It's going to go on Gary Trent.
And that's just fantastic court awareness. Van Vliet sensing the overcommitment and finding the open teammate.
At the line for one, Alex Caruso.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Into the lane. Oh, Giannis driving. Unstoppable, folks.
Rising to the challenge. He's given them everything he's got.
Caruso outside. Pass to Miller. Count that bucket. Miller's got 7 points here in the quarter.
And that's how Miller can take his game to the next level, by being aggressive and attacking the basket.
And stolen by Caruso. Here's Bird. Caruso outside. Over Antetokounmpo. Caruso with the bucket.
This has been the story of the game. A battle fought on offense.
And it is a major disadvantage down the stretch if you can't guard. This may just come down to who has the ball last.
Double team on Lillard. Antetokounmpo with it. Caruso covers. Offensive board. And the basket by Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo's got 14 points now in the second half. Gone 3 of 6 from downtown so far in the fourth. Van Vliet outside. Pass to Bird. 6 on the shot clock. Rebounded by Kuzma.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Miller outside. And we've got 1:18 left to play in the fourth. To the wing, right side. For 3. Bird, that's good.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
And I love the balance for Lillard between scoring and passing. That time, finding his teammate for the great look.
Van Vliet outside. Lets it fly. The top of the key jumper is on the mark.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
And Doc Rivers calls timeout. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. Here's Lillard. Kuzma finds Antetokounmpo. 43 seconds left in the game. Pass to Lillard. Trent outside. Clock at 6. Oh, almost had a 4-point play right there. But he'll go to the line with a chance for 3.
What you love about Gary Trent Jr., guys, is here's a guy who not only excels from the three-point line. Yes, he's a consistent guy stretching the floor, but his fearlessness, his willing to take big shots in tight spots, that is something to behold.
He makes the first of 3, and that brings him with an 8.
Gary Trent Jr., to me, guys, the very definition of a true shooter. He believes it's a natural talent, but he also works to develop himself into a reliable and efficient shooter.
Wagner's checked in for Simmons. And he nails the third.
You know, he doesn't shrink the lead as much as he should have. That hurts a bit.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Now here's Caruso. Pass to Bird. The fadeaway. Milwaukee with the rebound. So the home crowd happy here as they get the victory. Boy, a hard-fought game. They did a great job of holding on to the lead at the end.
Yeah, get the coffee, because that's the way to close. You're going to face some obstacles in the game. They overcame every one.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, and our entire crew, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for tuning in. And time now to introduce our player of the game, Fred VanVleet.